let this one slip away. Make her real and make her stay. 'Cause love's a game of hide and seek, but nobody ever looks for me. But this one seems like she could be different. This one seems like she really likes me. A world of suffering I have known, and I always end up all alone. I always end up back where I started, celibate and drunk, broken-hearted. What's the point of trying now when I know I'll only fail somehow? Just hold me tonight, hold me forever. Where the fuck did I go wrong? Hold me tonight, hold me forever, even though it's against all the odds. Ferris wheels beneath skies of blue, and bicycles built just for two, and candlelight and Long Beach walks, and puppies stuffed in Christmas socks. A world of love that I'll never live in, crying all alone in my kitchen, suffering forevermore, and creeping out the kids next door. But this one seems like she could be special. This one seems like she understands me. Why, love, must you taunt me so? In every single fucking place I go, just hold me tonight, hold me forever. Where the fuck did I go wrong? Hold me tonight, hold me a lifetime, even though I know it's against all the odds. Dear God, why did she slip away? Nothing I could do or say. I'm always screwing up these things, and my lonely heart just sorrow brings. But this one seemed like she would be different. This one seemed like she really liked me. Even though they say she's out of my league, I'm coming up with a plan. I'm gonna change the way I strut my stuff. I'm gonna be a new man. I'll make her homemade ice cream, ice, milk, and sugar, and you shake it all up to make her homemade ice cream. Capers on top, and I'm gonna make her mine with my homemade ice cream. Ice, milk, and sugar, and you shake it all up to make the homemade ice cream. Capers on top, and I'm gonna make her mine with my home. The deficit's at an all-time high as carbon emissions fill the sky, and North Korea's firing bombs as political accusations fly, and California just got hit by a swarm of killer bees. And now you tell me there's a fucking global disease. COVID-19, COVID-19. I've been sitting here in quarantine while the nightly news tells deadly tales of COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID-19. Could you spare some hydroxychloroquine? 'Cause I think that I've got COVID-19. COVID-19, COVID-19. Take another shot of Listerine as we raise our glasses high again to COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID-19. I had sex with Candy Finkelstein in a dream I had about COVID-19. And I can't wait till I'm dead from COVID-19. a deserted island as long as there was food. And I'd rather just waste away than to spend my life thinking about the choices that I've made and how I'd change them if I could.
Testing. Testing the mic. Check. 1, 2. 2. 2. Check. Help. 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 Help me. Help me. Seriously. Serious. I'm serious. Help. Check. Help. Help. Ooh. Whoo, whoo. Woo, woo, woo. Help. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen. Do you hear me? Hello. It's a little hot. Check. Check. 1, 2. 2. You can hear me okay? Okay, yes. I'm broadcasting to you live from Michelle C's or M. Cariotti's Christmas home, where she will be having Christmas dinner very shortly. Because Christmas is right around the corner. It's lurking. Okay. There's no way that you can escape it. It's going to be here. All you can do is prepare for it. Want to say, Borsenvin has resubscribed at the Tier 3 level for 27 months. Amazing. Thank you, Borsenvin. And thanks, It's Kate X, for rating our channel with 8 viewers. Thanks, It's Kate X, for all you do. And Borsenvin says, Merry Henlidays to you, Henry. Let's see if we can make that happen. Merry Henlidays. That would be nice if that could become a thing. You know, maybe years after I'm dead, people are still honoring my name and my legacy with this portmanteau type word that Borsenvin made up called Merry Henlidays. Let's see if it works. Computer, volume 10. Computer, Merry Henlidays to you.
This might answer your question. According to Wikipedia, Mary Had a Little Lamb is an English language nursery rhyme of 19th century American origin.
No.
First published by American writer Sarah
Stop.
Josepha Hale in 1830.
No. That wasn't even close to what we were trying to do there. Okay, everybody. Well, a little bit of an update. I still have cockroaches in my kitchen. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to make a little bit of an attempt today to try to do something that looks a little bit like cooking. I don't want to cook too much. I've been learning way too much about cockroaches, and the ones that I have are German cockroaches, which apparently are a little bit more insistent than the American ones. Let's see here. The latest is that I have 12 traps set up around my kitchen. And those 12 traps are strategically placed in places where there have been cockroaches seen. There's a couple in the bathroom and mostly in the kitchen. Now, apparently what it does is it's filled with little tiny pieces of bait. And the cockroach, they send out a scout to see if everything's cool. And they do this at 3 in the morning when they know that nobody's going to be up. Unless you're one of those people that works the graveyard shift or whatever. But they do it in the middle of the night. And they see this trap and it looks interesting. And it's got little bits of sugar or something, whatever that they're attracted to. Maybe a little piece of human waste or whatever. But they go in there and they grab it, and what they do is they take it back to wherever their nest is or wherever their community, I don't know if you'd call it a nest, but their home, basically. And that one cockroach is a hero because he just brought back some food for the whole family. And everybody congratulates them. They do a big ceremony, and then they all start digging in on that little piece of bait. But because of this company called Raid, which is a master at the art of deception, they don't realize that the food that they're feasting on is actually injected with a kind of poison, a slow release poison. And suddenly one of them doesn't look so good, and they say, hey, you don't look good, and you know what, I don't feel very good either. And then it just turns into a horror show of all of them dying around the very feast that they were enjoying only seconds later. And I know that this sounds very cruel, and I don't want to do something like that to people or to cockroaches during the Christmas holiday time. But I don't think they celebrate any type of holiday. But also, I have to get back into cooking. Cooking is the only purpose that I have in life. It's my calling. It saved my life. And I don't want to abandon it. I know that a lot of you need a cooking explainer to be able to eat. And so I have to sacrifice the cockroaches and their communities in order for me to continue. Thick Gatorade says, I think they did this in Jonestown. Yeah, it's very similar to what they did in Jonestown. It's a horrific scene, probably one of the most horrific sights that you can see. Is just, thousands of dead where there once was joy. M. Cariotti says, you're almost out of the woods, Henry. I hope so. I feel like I'm nearing the end, and in a good way, the end of the cockroach thing. I'm probably nearing the end also. But the dice have fallen says, is a chilled hot chocolate still a hot chocolate? Yeah, I believe so, because you can have chilled coffee or iced coffee. And coffee, no, actually now I'm changing my mind on that. I don't know. Does anybody know? Computer, the dice have fallen has a question. Is a chilled hot...
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Well, computer, is a chilled hot chocolate still a hot chocolate?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, hot chocolate is hot until it goes cold.
Okay, so I guess then it would be called cold chocolate if it's chilled. Okay. Exhaustin Taylor X says, well, I'm here for the blank, so let's get to it. And it looks like a picture of someone cooking. So, well, there is going to be a little bit of cooking. I'll show you what I've got. This is me sort of dipping my proverbial toe back into the cooking realm. You can see I don't even have my overhead camera completely set up. It looks like it's peeking through somebody's window. But this is what we have. We have marshmallows. We have a Ghirardelli. I never knew how to spell it or how to pronounce it. We have a Ghirardelli Premium Hot Cocoa Mix. I have some chocolate chips in the refrigerator, but I'm not going to take them out because they're unsealed. And I don't want to give any reason for these cockroaches to come sidling up over here while we're trying to cook instead of going to their appropriate bait. Okay, we've got a couple of alerts. What the fuck? Beelzebub just gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Beelzebub. And we are doing really well when it comes to the sub situation. We have 502 subscribers. I think that's fantastic. Thank you so much. It's a great way to near the end of the year. Speaking of which, our good friend Nim and my Twitch mentor, Nim, has put us, or I don't know if it was voted or however, he does the NIM Awards every year, and we have a clip that you can vote on. I'm nominated, I think it's for Scariest Clip, and I think it includes a trick-or-treater of some sort. So if you want to vote for me, you can go ahead and do that. Dazzlecat says, I'm getting confused. Is the hot chocolate poison for the cockroaches? Is the hot chocolate poison for the cockroaches? No. The hot chocolate is something that I'm going to try to eat or drink or whatever in addition to the, or in spite of the cockroach situation. All right. I also want to make a very important announcement here. I'm going to temporarily go away from this picture, and we're going to pull up Mochi or Mochi's Nirvana, depending on which platform that you use. Wanted everybody to know that the prizes are in, and you can submit. If you go to the Discord, to the announcements section, the Henry's Kitchen 2024 ornaments have arrived. There will be 3 lucky winners on Sunday. Users can sign up in the announcements channel for a chance to win. Hope Santa brings you and roast beef a roast-free kitchen. Thank you so much, Mochi. Here you go. This is it. You can go to the announcements section. All you have to do is just sign up and you can win one of these ornaments. These are beautiful. Thanks, Mochi. Also, Mochi mentions roast beef. Let's check in on my cat here, Roast Beef. He wasn't feeling very good. Oh, no. He was in bed, but now he's gotten out of bed. So I don't know where he is. We're going to check in on him at some point. I hope he doesn't come out here and try to ruin stuff for us. Okay. Norel Borel says, I feel like it wouldn't be good for a roach, though. The hot chocolate. Yeah, probably not. No, actually, what I'm finding out is roaches will eat anything. They will eat toilet paper. They'll eat used toilet paper. If you put your toilet paper that you have stored into a cardboard box, they will eat the cardboard. If you put the cardboard box into a plastic bin, they will eat the bin. There's no escape. All you can do is either move or just, I don't know, just take every single thing out of your house. But then they'll just start eating your house. They're really unstoppable. Thank you, What the Duck, for resubscribing. Munch Hotel cheered 300 bits. Thanks, Norel Borel, for gifting a Tier 1 sub to Claustro. Brochu Boy resubscribed for 2 months and says, Yahoo! Thank you, Brochu Boy. Sounds like you're having a good time. Borsenvin has resubscribed. It's Kate X. did the raid, and Scuba Steve 361 has resubscribed for 9 months saying the roaches are coming. Well, hopefully they're coming to you and leaving me. Check. We've got here, B-Boy 1000 says, hey, Henry, your microphone isn't muted. I can still hear you. Please mute your microphone. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Let's see how we can do that. Tell me if this is better. Okay, Applelight says it's working. Good. B-Boy 1000 says, thank you. Much better on the ears. Love you. Thanks. B-Boy, I want to let you know that you can also push mute on your end on whatever device that you're listening on, or turn the volume down. And you can also, if there's a particular frequency that's giving you seizures or anything like that, you can always maybe just duck down the mid-range, somewhere at around 1,000 kilohertz. That's going to make it a little more pleasant. Joey Bonzoli says, Henry, I haven't been able to watch in ages, but I'm glad to see that you're still here pushing powder on all the users. Thank you. Thanks, Joey Bonzoli. I haven't seen you in ages, too. By pushing powder, I hope you're not talking about doing something illegal. Maybe you're talking about the powder that's in my Ghirardelli chocolate mix packet. And I am pushing that today, but just today. Oh, Norel Boral says he means roach poison. I see. Okay, Boner of a Lonely Fart says lifestyles of the bitch and anus. Okay, so that sounds like maybe a reference to the show that used to be on. Mega Gildy says, no, they breed cockroaches and are helping make cockroach flour. It's a new thing. Okay, I think this is enough talk about cockroaches. I'm trying to put them behind me. All right. Thanks again, Mochi, for that announcement. And Jaleel Gume Kande, I try to put all this stuff together, who I think is in the Great White North in Canada, has given us this cool pic. Is that snow on the ground? Wow. I love it. I'm here in Southern California, and I'm not able to see snow very often unless it's fake. So that's why it's very cool when you guys send me this type of picture. It looks like the sun. Is that the sun or the moon? I guess that would be the moon, or a drone or something. Scuba Steve 361 says you pretty much just live in a food truck at this point. Yeah, I don't trust the food trucks because it feels like even if they have one of those ratings that says A or whatever in their window, how do you know they didn't steal that from another food truck or a restaurant or maybe a previous business that they had? But also, if their food is problematic, they could just drive to some other place, a whole other town. You can drive anywhere. Drive to New Mexico, whatever, and just start all over. So I don't like that. I feel like a business has to stay there, and they're kind of stuck when they make shitty food. Okay, Lemon John 1 says, how did you go from inside to outside fast? Oh, no, I can understand the confusion. This is actually green screen technology is making it look like I'm in a parking lot covered with snow in the Great White North in the evening. As opposed to earlier, we were inside M. Cariati's Christmas living room. So we have a lot of technology here at Henry's Kitchen that enables us to do some fun stuff. Speaking of fun stuff, maybe it's time to go ahead and do a song. Well, I had a pick. I kind of need a pick for this one. Are you kidding me? There's no pick? Oh, jeez. What? Can anything else go wrong? Okay. I have a pick, but it's not one that I like very much. Check, 1, 2, test. Help. Help. Okay. Evil Ian 02 says, hey, it's Henny Philly. Good to see you, Evil Ian 02. I'm glad I finally learned how to pronounce your name. I always thought it was Evilian. The GL Prime. Whoa, you're telling me a green screen fried this rice? Perhaps. Munch Hotel says, is there still time to buy a Henry Phillips cameo as a fun gift for friends and relatives? You know, Munch Hotel, it's interesting that you brought that up because you're absolutely right. There is time. You can get a cameo from yours truly saying a holiday message or even a New Year's message or whatever you'd like by simply going to the Cameo app and looking for Henry Phillips, or it might be Henlips. But I've got one on the way that I've got to do today. And but I will say that sales on the towels might have to stop very soon because we've sold 50 of them, which is fantastic. And thanks for your support on that. But the Henry's Kitchen towels, if you get one today, I'll put it in the mail today. But I can't guarantee that it's going to be there by Christmas unless you live somewhere nearby. So that might be a gamble that you'd have to take. But there are only 6 left anyway. But I might pause the sales after today because I don't want people to think that they're going to get them by Christmas and then not get them, because if there's supposed to be a gift. Okay. Evil Ian 02, those towels are about to be as rare as fuck. Or do you mean as rare as fucking, as the act of fucking, which is rare? Mega Gildy says, how much to have them hand delivered and make sure they arrive in time? If you live somewhere within 10 miles, I could probably throw it into your front lawn in the middle of the night. Okay, everybody. Let's do this. We have a song request from M. Cariotti, whose kitchen we also just looked at, or Michelle C. if you prefer. This is a song by the great Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry wrote this song in computer. When did the song Run, Run, Rudolph come out?
The song Run, Run, Rudolph by Chuck Berry was released in 1958.
Okay, 1958. Can you imagine how long ago that was? People that were born in 1958 are now about 66 years old. That's crazy to think about. And this song is 66 years old. And Chuck Berry just left us about 6 years ago at the age of 90. It's an incredible song. It's kind of a ripoff on all of his other songs. And then somebody sued him because it was the person who came up with the character Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer who realized they had a copyright, and then they wound up making all the money off of the song, which I think is kind of bullshit because they neither wrote the song lyrics or the music or publicized it or published it or anything or performed it as well as Chuck Berry, but they got all the money. So I don't know. This is the record business is cruel. Jose Suicidio pours his heart out for people, wears his heart out on his sleeve for all the world to see, and makes very... Computer, how much money in royalties does Jose Suicidio make every year?
From Billboard.com. His prolific output resulted in almost 3.7 billion U.S. audio streams, the 10th largest in the category, and 4.7 billion combined streams, which netted him $6.8 million in royalties and secured him the number 9 spot in that category.
Wow. Wow. Apparently Jose Suicidio is doing much better than I thought. Absolutely incredible. Hey, I want to thank Nella for tipping $1. Nella says, fun fact, you're supposed to swallow your toothpaste. It cleans your throat. Oh, I didn't know that. But that makes sense. You'd want to clean the entire digestive system with the fluoride and such. Did not know that, and I'm sure we'll probably be seeing that as some kind of public policy soon. Borsenvin says, what a fun fact. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this song by the great Chuck Berry. Out of all the reindeers, you know you're the mastermind. Run, run, Rudolph, Rudolph ain't too far behind. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, 'cause I'm reeling like a merry-go-round. Santa boy and child, what have you been looking for? All I want for Christmas is a rock and roll electric guitar. And then away went Rudolph, whizzing like a shooting star. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, reeling like a merry-go-round. I'll try a little Chuck Berry. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, reeling like a merry-go-round. Santa told a girl child, would you please most to get a little baby doll that can cry, sleep, drink, and wet. And then away went Rudolph, whizzing like a saber jet. Computer, what's a saber jet?
A jab is a short, straight punch thrown with the lead hand. It is usually thrown with an upward angle, but it can also be thrown quickly.
Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway. Computer, when was the freeway in the United States first installed?
The first freeways in the United States were installed in 1940, with the opening of the Arroyo Seco Parkway in California and the first section of the Pennsylvania Turnpike. These
Okay.
early freeways were a significant advancement in road technology and revolutionized travel and transportation in the United States.
Okay, so the freeway was not necessarily a new thing. I thought maybe it was a new thing, but I guess it was about 18 years old. So he was using kind of a dated reference there. Run, run, Rudolph, reeling like a merry-go-round. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. I'm gonna try a little Bon Jovi. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, reeling like a merry-go-round. Okay. That was a little Chuck Berry with a little attempt at trying to sound a little like Bon Jovi at the end there, because why not? It's the holidays. Nothing says the holidays like a little Bon Jovi. Let's go ahead here. Fat Honger wanted to send this pic here as a background. This is in Korea, and apparently it's a tribute to the guy who did the Gangnam Style song. And I guess that Gangnam Style became such an international hit that it generated probably more money than even Jose Suicidio makes in a given year. And the country was probably nationalistically very proud of that. And they went ahead and did this tribute to him. From what I understand, they were going to do his whole body, but they got as far as the hands and the forearms, and they kind of looked at each other and said, guys, do you really want to do all this shit? I mean, we're only about 5% of the way done, and it's already cost us billions of dollars. It's taking up a lot of space. It's a lot of work. Should we just say, fuck it, let's just do the hands? And that's why you see just the hands. And I think it really speaks to when you try to do something amazing, even if you just do a little bit of it, it's still kind of cool. Thanks, Fat Hunger, for sending that over. Borsomvin says it's also an awareness statue against magicians stealing your watch. Oh yeah, you got to watch out for those musicians. They're sort of they have sleight of hand. Quanto says definitely a fuck it moment. Yeah, we've all had those. Siguaro U says it's been a day of learning here so far. Yeah, I always like to be informative. My job is not only to entertain, but also more importantly to inform, especially about cooking matters. But we're not going to do a whole lot of cooking today as a result of a cockroach infestation. But hopefully it's on the way out. I haven't seen one today, but the day is young. They're also nocturnal, so that makes sense. Kala sends this follow-up to the statue that was supposed to be roast beef's cousin in the land of the midnight sun, and it looks here like it's covered with snow. So snow is definitely happening. JV's text says, I've had more of a fuck it half century rather than a moment. Yeah, well, your fuck it moment is happening over a long period of time, and so is mine. Remember, 50 years is but the flicker of an eyelash upon the face of God. I'm not sure who said that. It might have been me right now. Norel Borel says, looks like the cat is simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Yeah. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. All right, everybody, it's time now to do another song. Let's see what else we've got here in the chamber. Wow, we've almost gone through all the picks. Oh, Dark Ages sends this really cool one. This one is from Chicago. Now, Dark Ages, this looks like it's open air above. Does that mean that you guys don't have snow there in Chicago at the time of taking this picture? This looks more like it would be in the autumn or something like that. In fact, it looks like you could find something like this in Pasadena, California, or there's a particular cafe that I've been to a bunch on Magnolia in North Hollywood. If Caffeinated Kath is out there watching from work, maybe she can help me. But this looks exactly like a place that I've eaten here in California. So that's kind of cool. If you take away the snow, you basically have sort of a similarity across states. Evil Ian02 says the nicest alley in all of Chicago. Yeah, it's a nice alley. Certainly better than the ones they have in New York, where when you walk in there, rats come chasing you. Let's use this as the background for our next song. I'm going to go ahead and do a song, a Jose Suicidio song. We're finding out recently that Jose Suicidio actually makes tons of money on his songs. And I guess we're going to make him some more by giving him the royalties that he gets from me playing one of his songs on the stream here. I had to look up the lyrics, but this is a Christmas song. So get ready, put your Christmas hat on, and, pour some eggnog and spike it with a little bit of extra rum or whatever. Dark Ages says, thanks, friends. It's right outside of High Five Ramen, which is one of our favorite ramen joints in Chicago. All right. High Five Ramen sounds good to me. And I love Chicago. We had such a great time in Naperville, and then we all went to a sports bar in Chicago back on September 22nd. And I got to see Andersonville, Naperville, which was a suburb, and also the area by Wrigley Field. Okay, let's go ahead and do this song by the great Jose Suicidio. I'm a big fan. I didn't realize. I thought the reason that he wasn't making more albums was because he wasn't making any money, but apparently he's just sitting there enjoying all of his the fruits of his labor. We actually have a picture of Jose Suicidio enjoying the fruits of his labor. He was much younger back then, but this was probably after the release of Help Me Make It Through the Night, and he's doing okay. I'm gonna do, actually, let's go ahead and find a dark Christmas song background for this, because I think it calls for it. How do I find it? Oh boy, this is not easy. Oh, here we go. Yeah. This one's good. All right, song by Jose Suicidio. Still nothing from roast beef. I don't know where roast beef is, which makes me nervous. There's a pile of untouched gifts underneath the Christmas tree. There's a cobweb on the mantle where your stocking used to be. As I sit here broken hearted, weeping neath the mistletoe, holding in my hand a ring that's made of 14-karat gold. And the puppy ate all of the sugar plums, and he threw up all over my lap. And I'm spending my Christmas Eve scooping up little pieces of sugar plum puppy crap. And there's an army of cockroaches scattered all over my floor. And it doesn't seem like Christmas anymore. There's a lady in the news who was at the mall. She was senselessly assaulted for some stupid hyped up doll. And there's an actor playing Santa for the children on his knee, making foolish empty promises he knows he'll never keep. But he has a flask full of whiskey that he keeps in his merry old sack. Takes a little swig each time the manager turns his back, because Santa's nothing but an overweight, underpaid would-be thespian whore. And it doesn't seem like Christmas anymore. I'm gonna switch pictures for the bridge here. It's a nice picture though. Oh, come on. It's gonna be hard to find? Jeez. I thought I'd be able to jump right to it, damn it. Maybe we won't, okay. Okay, this is the quickest one I can find here. Oh, ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all, and to all good night, and to all go to hell. From the blood-curdling sound of the tired old songs to the ring-ring-a-ling of the cash register bell. To Tell him Santa won't be coming to town, 'cause he's turned into an emotional wreck. From the ungrateful little bastards that sit on his lap to the blood-sucking parents that sign all his checks. Christmas is nothing but a big pile of corporate dog shit tied up in a ribbon and wrapped up in yuletide decor. And it doesn't seem like Christmas anymore. Key change. This is the wrong picture. Screaming and fighting while the radio plays Kenny G, and the Walmart looks like a battlefield, and the Christmas trees are covered with pee, and Perry and Bing have the gall to sing of the golden days of yore. And it doesn't feel like Christmas anymore. No, it doesn't feel like Christmas. Sorry about that pic. It's hard. I should start classifying these. We have so many pictures. Oh, here's a great picture. This is from It's Kate. This is from the mods office. The mods, of course, working very hard on the Henry's Kitchen streams during the holidays, but not so hard that they're not going to be able to have a little bit of levity at the office, a little bit of casualness. You can see that this, I guess this is It's Kate's desk. But it's very, very well decorated in holiday Henry's Kitchen decor. Thanks for sending that, It's Kate. Borsenvin says, Henry, how do you walk down that A minor chord? Let's see here. There's a couple of things that were wrong in the, I went to something called Genius Lyrics. Would I call Jose Suicidio a genius? Sure. But this, the lyrics, it's the blood-sucking barons, like a robber baron, that sign all of his checks. And the Christmas is dog shit tied up in a ribbon and wrapped up in yuletide decor, not old time decor. So a couple of things. I don't know what you mean by walking down an A minor chord, but one way to do it would be to walk down the descending like that. Sounds good when you have an A minor chord and you walk down on the bass. Okay. I think that does it for the images. We're going to do one more song here, and then we've got to get into our recipe for the day before the cockroaches wake up and start tormenting us. Thanks very much, It's Kate, not only for this awesome picture, but for all that you do. And let's go ahead and do this next song, Christmas song. We're going to go back to Michelle C. for this one. This looks just like a Hallmark movie. And apparently it's Michelle C.'s community. Game Master Flash says, meeting over, let's listen to some music. Do we have to cook today? I was having such a wonderful morning. Game Master Flash, we're not really going to cook. We're going to make ourselves a holiday drink. And you know, we're going to reward ourselves by maybe spiking it with a little something extra. That'll be my promise to you. Okay? Oh, M. Cariotti says this was in Boston. Oh, yeah, well, of course, Boston is idyllic. Beautiful little city. It's a big city, actually. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this now. This is a song that we did recently, but I can't get enough of it. Norel Borel requested it this time. And Norel Borel, thanks for the contributions, and it was great to meet you in Naperville, September 21st, which is really turning out to be a highlight of my year, as well as St. Louis and Davenport and Peoria. They were all really good times. Okay. Everyone type Forson says, "Hi, Henry. Roast beef. I genuinely hope you two have a great Christmas and New Year. Thanks for all the cooking, music, and gaming. Please don't read this on stream." Uh-oh. I already fucked that up. It's very important that you don't. Oh. This is a big warning not to read it. Okay. Well, unfortunately, you should have said that first before I started reading it. But let's go ahead and do this song. This is a song by a band that's growing on me like a fine fungus called The Kinks. And they probably came up with the first mainstream rock novelty song, Lola. There might have been other ones. The Flying Purple People Eater comes to mind. But this is the Kinks. Would you call them proto-punk? Computer, would you call the Kinks a punk band?
That's Darren Vega's band, right?
No, Ray Davies.
You have several matching contacts, including...
Computer,
Ray Davies.
stop! Computer is trying to dox me.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Computer, what genre of music is the Kinks?
The Kinks are a rock and classic rock band.
Okay, yeah. No, but there is a punk element to it, I think. Maybe pre-punk. And I think The Who has a little bit of that too sometimes. The attitude. Yeah, Computer has been taking a little bit of too much eggnog. Okay, here we go. Song by the Kinks. Father Christmas. When I was small, I believed in Santa Claus, though I knew it was my dad. And I would hang up my stocking at Christmas, open presents and I'd be glad. But the last time I played Father Christmas, I stood outside a department store. A gang of kids came over and mugged me. They knocked my reindeer to the floor and said, "Father Christmas, give us some money. Don't mess around with those silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. We want your bread, so don't make us annoyed. Give all the toys to the little rich boys." So that means the kids that were mugging him were rich? Don't give my brother a Steve Austin outfit. Don't give my sister a cuddly toy. We don't want a Jigsaw or Monopoly money. We only want the real McCoy. Father Christmas, give us your money. We'll beat you up if you make us annoyed. Father Christmas, give us your money. Don't mess around with those silly toys. But give my daddy a job, 'cause he needs one. He's got lots of mouths to feed. And if you've got one, I'll have a machine gun, so I can scare all the kids in the street. That one didn't age well. Father Christmas, give us some money. We've got no time for your silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. We want your bread, so don't make us annoyed. Give all the toys to the little rich boys. Have yourself a merry, merry Christmas. Have yourself a good time. But remember the kids who got nothing while you're drinking down your wine. Father Christmas, give us your money. We've got no time for your silly toys. Father Christmas, please hand it over. We'll beat you up, so don't make us annoyed. Give all the toys to the little rich boys. Wow. Thank you so much, Norel Boro, for requesting that song. It's a very fun song. It's got that punk sort of attitude from the Kinks. And happy birthday, Miku says, I can't see the pin where we vote for Henry. Sorry. Okay. I don't know how to do that. Maybe it's Kate. Can we... is there a way to do a link to where you can vote for our clip? Oh, here it is. Thanks so much, It's Kate. Henry has been nominated for the best scary moment in Nim's New Year's show. Go vote at the following link. You only need a Twitch account to vote. I assume most of you have a Twitch account. You might not, though, because you don't have to have one. Caffeinated Cat says, we are late, but the office is here. Thanks, Caffeinated Cat. We mentioned you earlier. I think we were trying to figure out... this is a picture that Dark Ages sent from Chicago. And it's an alley with a little cafe. And it reminded me of a place I've been on Magnolia in North Hollywood in an alley where they have a couple of restaurants. And it's just a sort of a coincidence, but I was trying to figure out what it was. It's sort of a deja vu type thing, but it's okay if you don't know. But I know that you're in the Southland as well. Mega Gildy says, the fuck is Twitch? Twitch is the platform that you're viewing on right now. Hybrid Vigor says, we're the little rich boys from infamous Naperville. I don't know. If Naperville is infamous, I'm not sure why. I don't even know if it's famous. But maybe it went straight from unknown to infamous. Dazzlecat, who's from Naperville, says, yes, they are. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, is Phoenix considered super south of LA? I don't think so. I think it's super east. I think it's due east, if I'm not mistaken. Unless I'm mistaken, in which case all bets are off. All right, let's go ahead and enter the kitchen here. Check 1, 2. Caffeinated Cat says, maybe Magnolia in Burbank. There's a restaurant with that lighting in the windows. Yeah, it looked very familiar to me. But, oh my goodness, where are my manners? Okay, that's it. So just a little bit of we've got a couple of minutes here just to let you know what's happening over here at Henry's Kitchen. There has been an infestation of my famous kitchen by cockroaches. Is it because of my cooking? It could be. But it's been a long, very difficult period of my life. I can't even have a Christmas tree for Christmas because the standing water that you need to put Christmas tree in apparently is attractive to cockroaches. Everything's attractive to cockroaches. Toilet paper. If you put the toilet paper in a cardboard box, they'll eat the cardboard. They can live for months in an office desk just eating paper. They don't even need water. And the worst part about these particular cockroaches is that they're small. They're called nymphs or nymphets. I think the males are called nymphs and the females are called nymphets. And they dance around and they're tiny, which to me seems like cheating. Because now, even if you, put stoppers on all your drains and stuff like that, they can fit through the little tiny things. And that doesn't seem fair to me. It feels like there should be an even fight here. But now they're so small that sometimes, if you look at my kitchen counter, I mean, look at this. It's literally the same color as cockroaches. So I have to stare at it for a long time and see if it starts moving. But if you stare at anything for a long time, eventually it's going to feel like it's sort of moving. So it's actually playing on my my sanity. It's sort of making me insane. It's making me wonder what reality is and what's fantasy. It's just not fair, and I can't wait for this nightmare to be over. Tree Mosher says, I was just talking to a Japanese exchange student and a cockroach started translating for us so we didn't have to keep using the app. Oh, wow. That sounds like a positive experience. That sounds surreal to me. Parasitosis says, nymph is a stage of life, about the same as a teenager. Oh, I see. So maybe I'm just getting all the little teenager cockroaches, and they're just loving life. And here I am poisoning them. Okay, everybody, we're getting off a little bit talking about cockroaches, so we should probably get back on track. What I've decided to do for the day... there's one right there. Holy shit. You can't see him, but I'm going to kill him. Oh, he's moving faster. Did I get him? Or is it in my head? Did I just imagine it? I don't know if I killed him or not. It's hard to do while you're on stream here, but it was so small. They disappear. Am I going nuts? I feel like I did something, but the problem is they blend in exactly with the background of this thing. I don't know if this is ever going to be over, but it's playing on my sanity. Comatose says, I just saw it run off the counter. Oh, jeez. Well, I've got these traps set up all over the kitchen. Supposedly it's got some bait in there that seems harmless, but then they take it back to their nest. Caffeinated Cat says it fell off the counter. I'm going to have to watch the DVD, I guess. Is he on me? This is hell. Liberdaria says, I went through this several years ago. Yeah, it's not fun. I don't know how yours ended, but hopefully it didn't end with you having to move. Because even if you move, what if you've got one of those little guys in your suitcase or on the bottom of your shoe, and now you're bringing it into the new place that you moved, so you can't escape. It's like one of those horror movies where someone's haunted until they are damned to hell. Zero Tolerance says, about to cause a roach genocide. Hope the Roach War Crimes Tribunal isn't watching. Yeah, well, apparently they are going to be here long after humans are, because they are winners in the game of evolution. Yeah, that's a good idea. Tree Mosher says, if you ever want to buy a house and the price is too high, just put some cockroaches in there. Yeah. And then you can just say, hey, well, I mean, if you can knock off several $1,000s for the cockroaches. But then the problem is you buy it and now you have to live with the cockroaches. So there's no way to win. Okay, so I'll tell you what, we're going to do a break in just a second here. But this is what's happening now. In spite of the cockroach, I've got here some marshmallows that's completely sealed. This is completely sealed. I'm going to put, while we're on the break, I'm going to put some hot water into this thing. And we're going to go through the motions. I do have some chocolate chips, but they are not sealed. So those I will have to be bringing out while we're cooking here. So I'm kind of liking this camera angle. It looks like we're candidly peeking in on something that we're not supposed to be looking at. Somebody's cooking. Okay. M. Cariotti says it's sort of like the hotel room coffee instructional, but better. Yeah, this is definitely minimalist. This is the least that I could do, and I always strive to do the least amount possible. I like to say that Michelangelo once said that if people knew how hard he worked on his art, they would no longer call him a genius. And for me, it's kind of the opposite. If people knew how little I worked on my art, they wouldn't say that I suck. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and make this beverage, and might have to put something, some happy juice in it when we're done, and spend the rest of our Sunday just out at a park or something where there's no cockroaches. Isn't that ironic? I have to go outside to not have cockroaches. Meantime, let's go ahead and push the add button here. If you're a subscriber, you're not going to see an ad, and we're still going to stay here and chat. Oh, is there reverb? Oh yeah, let's get rid of the reverb. Check 1, 2. Sorry about that. Without further ado, here is the ad, and I'll see everybody in 3 minutes, unless you're a subscriber, in which case I'll just see you right now. Boom. All right, I'm going to do a quick check-in on roast beef and find out where he's at. Maybe we'll just do a little bit of depressing Bill Larkin here.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. You're turning 55. If you had been this age in the 1800s, people would have been shocked that you were alive. So happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. You've entered life's final stage. How do I know this? 'Cause you're now my age. Have you made out your will? Get on it. Is your estate in order? Get on it. Have you found love yet? It's too late now. Happy birthday, Henry. Hello. I used to think that love was just a fairy tale. And as we wind on down the road, where have all the young men gone, and where are all the gods?
That's the amazing Bill Larkin Music, all one word. Give him a follow. He's always doing fun songs. JSBX fan says, pretty impressive that he never looks at the keys. Oh, yeah. No, Bill Larkin Music is a veteran piano player. Does not need to look at those keys at all. Okay. How are we doing? Oh, everybody's back. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do this now. I'm going to check in on our alerts here. Martis45 subscribed 26 minutes ago. Sorry I'm late shouting that out. Thanks, Martis45. M. Cariotti cheered 100 bits. Very cool. All right. Let's take a look at this website that I'll be using for today. This is from the recipe website called Insanely Good Recipes. So these are, what this means is these are recipes that are so good that your mind can't handle it and you just sort of snap and go batshit nuts. They're insanely good recipes. So this particular one is the recipe for Ghirardelli, which is a chocolatier company. Remember, never mistake a chocolatier for a confectioner. They will kick your ass. Hot chocolate recipe. This Ghirardelli hot chocolate recipe is the perfect anytime treat. Who doesn't love hot chocolate? Am I right? And this is not me talking now. I'm just I'm reading the intro for this situation that we're dealing with here for the Ghirardelli. Am I right? Saguaro U says you're right. It says who doesn't love chocolate? There's a question, and then says am I right? So what does she mean? Is she right about the question? Because it was a question. Anyway, I don't think you can read too much into these intros. They're usually written very quickly. Especially on a cold winter morning. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Question mark. This luscious, decadent, and warming beverage is the epitome of coziness. The epitome. Oh, the epitome. Sorry, the epitome of coziness. I'm based toward hot chocolate. Or biased toward hot chocolate. Yes. It's more commonly consumed during cold season, but I just love it so much that I crave it in the summer. Okay, and there's a picture. Looks pretty fucking good. Let's see if we can get ours looking that good. I take my cocoa game very seriously. The last thing I need is motherfuckers riding up in their Teslas from LA. Wait, what is all this stuff? Telling me they make better cocoa than I do. You can go fuck off before I bust a cap and... Alright, so this person is not speaking in this traditional yuletide sort of fashion that we're used to. With a combination of cocoa powder and real chocolate, this hot chocolate is seriously rich and indulgent. One sip of this drink will make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It's literally chocolate you can drink. Feeling under the weather, Ghirardelli hot chocolate will make it all better. Wow. So I think what she's saying is that it's sort of a panacea. Hybrid Vigor says there, the executioner asks, any last words? He replies with the last thing he has left in his English vocabulary. Plug it in. Plug it in. That's good. That's a nice little dialogue moment from some dark situation. Tree Mosher says, good that it doesn't make you feel cold and desolate inside. Well, yeah, I want to say that I'm not sure about the healing properties of extremely sugared drinks like this. So I don't want to... we here at Henry's Kitchen do not share the views of the websites that we get some of this stuff from. Unless they're true, in which case we do. but I would rather not say. Computer, what is a panacea?
The noun, panacea, can have a couple meanings. 1. A remedy for all disease or ills, cure-all. 2. An answer or solution for all problems or difficulties.
Okay, so I woughouldn't necessarily say this is that. Ghirardelli hot chocolate recipe, the love child of chocolate and cocoa. This delicious lip-smacking drink is the perfect way to start and end a day. When it comes to chocolate brands for cooking, I always rely on Ghirardelli. They pay me massive quantities of money, and it's also not as expensive as other brands. And the result I get from using both its cocoa mix and chocolate, you ask, a mind-blowingly amazing chocolate. All right, let's go over some of the ingredients that we're going to need here. We're going to need, of course, our Ghirardelli Premium Hot Cocoa Mix, the base of the drink. You can also use unsweetened cocoa powder, but don't forget to add a sweetener such as sugar or maple syrup. No, we're not going to be messing with that. Ghirardelli Square. We don't have that, but what we do have, and I didn't want to bring these up right away because I don't want to give more fodder for the cockroaches, but I have a couple of chocolate chips here that we're going to use. Water, because you'll be using a cocoa packet. Water will do. But if you want a richer drink, use milk instead. No, we're not gonna push it. We don't want milk. And then there's a couple of tips here for the best quality. The quality of your drink highly depends on the ingredients you use. That said, you're going to want to stick to real high quality chocolate, high quality cocoa powder. This is not time to go to the dollar store or one of these shady bodegas that looks a little bit more like it's some kind of a front for a mafia organization for money laundering. Obviously, you're going to use Ghirardelli for this recipe, but other brands such as Barry Callebaut, Trader Joe, Scharfenberger are perfect for hot chocolate as well. Milk chocolate tends to be overly sweet, so unless that's how you want your cocoa, you're going to stick to dark or semi-sweet chocolate. This one is semi-sweet. It's just easier to add more sugar afterward. For extra richness and creaminess, use milk instead of water. We're not going to do that. For a dairy-free hot chocolate, which is what we're going to do, that's still super rich and creamy, use coconut or almond milk. We're not doing that. Okay. What makes hot chocolate and hot cocoa different? Boy, this really goes on for a very long time. I think I'm going to just skip all the way down to the recipe. All right, here we go. Ghirardelli hot chocolate recipe. 1 packet. Okay, we already went through that. Okay, so heat the water. While you're waiting, break the chocolate into small pieces. We don't have to do that because we have chocolate chips, which are already, by definition, small pieces. So here, let's go over here. And we're going to start heating up our water in a hot water heater. Meanwhile, let's take a look at some of our alerts here. I know you guys have questions. We're going to get to them. Everyone type force and says, do I need my panis for this recipe? I'm not sure I remember what a panis is. Mega Guilty asks, on a scale of 0 to Jose Suicidio's net worth, how rich are we going? I'm going to say we're going pretty rich. Maybe about 50% of what Jose Suicidio's net worth is. Game Master Flash says, I get chocolate from a local chocolatier because I am bougie as fuck. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see if there's any other content here. Oh yeah, that's right. This is, I believe this is the clip that's going to be voted for
Trick or treat.
on the NIM New Year's Awards.
Thank you. I want to suck your.
That was from Halloween. We had some very interesting. Zero Tolerance says, "Christ, that scared me, Henry." Yeah, well, that's the scary clip that's up for the New Year's Awards, and there's a link right here where you can vote for it right now. Snisku says a little warning would have been great. Yeah, sorry about that. I was trying to come up with content and I wound up picking something very terrifying. Okay. Pug Lady 2600, there goes my pug. She heard the doorbell and is freaking out. Oh boy. You must have the same doorbell as I do. Norel Borel missed it. Well, you can see it on the DVD. Okay, it sounds like our water is plenty cooked. And by the way, pouring boiling water over a cockroach is the most humane way to kill it. They die within about 1 minute. They just sort of wither around a little bit. It's probably the most humane way, other than just spraying them with Raid, where they suffocate. You could also nail their bodies into the wall, and they die almost instantly in that situation. Tree Mosher says, my wife asked me to help her open a jar of bouillon, and I couldn't do it. Yeah, well, I couldn't do that right now either because I have a herniated flexural muscle or whatever. Because you wouldn't think it, but this twisting action actually comes from up here in the arm. Okay, let's grab our water. If you guys see any of this background moving, please let me know, because that means... Oh, are you kidding me? I didn't make enough water? How did that happen? How did I do that? That was really dumb. Okay. Yeah, I didn't put enough water. Sorry, so we're going to just talk a little bit more here. Hybrid Vigor says, I asked the hostess if they boiled their creatures alive while door dashing from them, and 3 of them just gave me a look like I was a serial killer. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, people asking about roast beef. Roast beef is taking a nap. He's not feeling very well. So he's just sleeping. I usually don't let him sleep on my side of the bed with his furry head burrowed into the place where I put my head for the night because I'm allergic to roast beef. But since he was feeling under the weather, I went ahead and let him take a little nap there. He looks very comfortable, and who am I to come in and, you know... Oh, there he goes. He's stretching. Yeah, let's let him sleep off whatever. He's got a little bit of a cold, I guess, or one of those types of things, because I've heard him do little sneezes. And I got to say, his sneezes are very cute. They're very adorable. Zero Tolerance, how old is he now? Pretty sure he's about 20. He was a rescue, so one can only do the math, but he's... either 19 or 20, definitely 20 by this point. So he's very old. Okay. Zero Tolerance says he's nearly old enough for a shot of whiskey. That's true. Although he's in cat years, probably more like the equivalent of a 100-year-old man. So he would have had his shot of whiskey after about 3 years or something. Okay, it sounds like our water is ready now. So let me make sure I'm doing this right here. Hold on. Heat the water. Pour the hot cocoa. So I'm supposed to pour the cocoa into the mug before the water anyway. So I'm going to throw this other water out because it got cold anyway. So let's now pour the hot cocoa into a mug and the chocolate chunks. Now I'm going to be very careful of this because I don't want any remnants here for the cockroaches to snack on. It's also why I have a white paper towel here, because then I could see one running around. You can't see them. I don't know what somebody was thinking when they made a counter that was literally the color of moving cockroaches. Okay, here we go. I think that was pretty well done. We contained everything in there. I'm going to go right to the trash with this. And I'm going to throw away the trash right after the stream here. So I've been very good about not giving them... It's all about not giving them any incentives to hang out in your kitchen. You want them to think that your kitchen and just your apartment in general is a very boring place where not a lot of stuff happens. Hybrid Vigor says the screams are just the heat leaving their shells. Yeah. Tree Mosher says going on a blind date with my wife, hot cocoa might be a good way to set the mood. Ooh, yeah, that is a good idea. It can be very romantic. Unless you have cockroaches. They take the romance out of just about everything. JSBX fan says, I think you need to learn German and tell them they're not welcome there anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure. They are called German cockroaches. I don't know if they're literate, though. Zero Tolerance says, how does one bore a roach? I don't know, but I think we here at Henry's Kitchen have probably figured out some ways. All right, let's see here. We've got our chocolate filled. So pour the cocoa into a mug. Done. Add the chocolate chunks, or in our case, these are chocolate chips. I want to be very careful with this as well. These things have a tendency to get all over the place. So I'm going to put the spout there we go. That's enough. Now I'm going to immediately put these into the refrigerator so that there's no chance that cockroaches are going to be coming by looking for them. Okay, gradually, this is very important, gradually, a lot of you probably saw the movie The Graduate. Dazzlecat says these are vegan marshmallows. Oh my goodness, you're right. Gluten-free and vegan. But do marshmallows generally have animal product in there? I guess maybe milk? I don't know. What are the ingredients here? Tapioca syrup, that's the secret. Cane sugar, water, tapioca starch, carrageenan, soy protein, vegetable juice, peppermint oil. Does contain soy. Made in Monrovia, California. Store in a cool, dry place. I think Henry's Kitchen is a pretty cool, dry place. Dazzlecat says, I don't like the marshmallows with ground up cow bones. Jeez, I didn't even know that was a thing. Zero Tolerance. I'm assuming the roaches can't get into the fridge. That's correct. There's some type of a rubbery suction thing that happens on a fridge that nothing can penetrate except maybe some bacteria. Joey Bonzoli says, why are they called chocolate chips? They don't look like Lay's or Ruffles or even Cheetos. More like chocolate droppings, if you ask me. Yeah, if you named food after what they actually looked like, then it would be called chocolate droppings. They're not chips. You're absolutely right. They're not even chocolate shavings. They're literally droppings. Okay. Now our water is ready. Gradually, you don't want to do this all at once. You're going to pour your hot water into the mug like so. Gradually. Let me zoom in on this so you can see it better. Stirring while pouring, that's important. I only have my left hand free, so I'm going to be doing a clumsy sort of a left hand, non-dominant hand version of stirring. So I can't really get super fast. Stir while the pouring until the powder is dissolved and the chocolate is melted. Okay, well I think that's going to happen. Pour the hot cocoa into a mug. What? We already did that. Oh, I guess we're kind of done. We just do this. I have an itch. It's probably a little cockroach. Jeez. Okay, I think that's going to be enough because we want to save room for our vegan marshmallows. I'm going to have to call Trader Joe's and complain because I never said that I wanted vegan marshmallows. They just kind of threw that on me. Everyone type Forsen says mugs are overrated. I pour boiling water in a sugar paper cup and race to 3rd degree burns. Yeah, sounds like that would be hazardous. Okay. There we go. You know what? I gotta say, this smells really good. It's kind of making me sort of crave going back to the kitchen. Did you guys notice, by the way, that this coffee mug changes when it has hot liquid in it, and it turns into a Canadian message? Okay, I want to be very careful about this now. I'm going to open up these marshmallows. Just going to take out a few of them and lay them over top. Cockroaches are gross, but nothing could ever be as gross as when we poured that maple syrup out and a slug came out of it. That was pretty much one for the ages. Surprised that Henry's Kitchen continued after that moment. Store in a cool, dry place. So I guess the refrigerator wouldn't really be cool, it'd be cold. Let's go ahead. It's kind of weird knowing that at any point I could open a drawer or something and then a cockroach could jump out and scare me. It's a terrible feeling. Okay, I don't off the bat have something that I can wrap this with. Oh yeah, here's a rubber band. And put this out. And I'm going to put this in a bin. Plastic bin. I don't think that they can eat through plastic. But then again, I've been wrong before. Okay, well, let's take a look at what we have here. Stir it up a little bit. I think for trying to avoid a cockroach situation, I think we're doing okay here. I got to be very careful and make sure that the one that I tried to kill the cockroach with, the paper towel, unsuccessfully, is over here. And I'm going to throw that away because it probably has cockroach juices on it. I'm sorry, everybody, about all the cockroach talk. It can't possibly be fun or appetizing or interesting. It's probably literally boring to the cockroaches, and maybe it'll work. Maybe they'll be like, fuck this place. Let's get out of here. let me check in with our alerts here. We've got 213 viewers. I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're going to do a little Christmas music here in a second. But if you're just joining us, I have a cockroach issue in Henry's kitchen, and I'm just not able to cook to my full extent. But I wanted to do something. So what I did here is I made a Ghirardelli hot cocoa from a mix here, and I'm sure it's going to be delicious. I'm going to try it, but it's been very depressing. It's taken a big toll on me. I can't even have a Christmas tree because the standing water apparently is attractive to them, and it's just been a very trying, difficult situation in my life. And I thank you for your patience. Let's go ahead and try this and see what it tastes like. Wow. It's very good. This is fucking delicious. And I'm not sponsored by the folks at Ghirardelli or the people at this website. If you want to see what theirs looks like, it looks even better. But I'd say ours is pretty damn good as well. This is just kind of making me sort of frisky for trying to get back into the kitchen and do what I do best. NDoggy69 says, I showed my dad some of your cooking videos so we could spend time together, and then he beat me. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much, NDog69. That's nice to hear. Caffeinated Cat says, my coworker wants to know how many cockroaches appeared. She was very concerned. During this, I only saw one. And it was one of those nymph ones, or a nymphette, or whatever. It's very small. I'm told by the chat that that means that they're a teenager. And the teenage German cockroaches are... You don't want a whole bunch of them, because they're small so they can fit into any space. It's almost not fair. It's a little bit like the opening scenes of A Clockwork Orange. Ari says, sorry to hear about your cockroach problem. Henry, I went through the same thing last year and it was horrible. Well, one thing that's come out of this is that I've found out that I'm not alone. If you're ever going through any kind of problem, there's 8 billion people on this planet. Last time I checked, there were only 4 billion when I was born, so that's a little alarming. But somebody somewhere on the planet is going through whatever you're going through now, or has been through it and is now on the other side, or went through it and didn't make it. And but there's a little bit of comfort in that, knowing that, like for example, my cat, Roast Beef, I anguish quite a bit. Oh, it looks like he's getting up. He was sick, and so when he gets sick, I think to myself, is this it? Is this the end? I mean, he is the equivalent of a 100-year-old man. But losing a loved one has happened to everybody, literally every human being that's ever loved. So there is some solace in the fact that you're not alone. And I appreciate people when they come out and say, hey, I went through the cockroach thing. It was terrible. And it makes me feel better knowing that I'm not alone. Yeah, you're absolutely right. BJ Carlson 91, death is the worst. And isn't it awful that the worst thing is something that definitely has to happen to all of us? Sorry, I feel like I'm getting dark. Maybe it's time to brighten things up with a little Christmas cheer. As we all know, it takes a village. A village of people, if you will. Not to be confused with the band The Village People. But Corbin Dallas 667 has resubscribed for 2 months. Thanks, Corbin Dallas. And 10 Carl resubscribed for 28 months. Amazing, and says yummy. Yeah, I gotta say, this is delicious. This is making me feel good. When the stream's over, I might put a little bit of extra something special in this drink and enjoy my afternoon. And let's go ahead and put the reverb on. I like to do this song as sort of a thank you to all of the users out there who use Twitch, Discord, YouTube, all these other platforms, and contribute so many things. We're just going to try to come up with a good song to do this with. We've got some Christmas carols. Okay. Henry, don't read this on stream. Oh, that's everyone typed Forsen. I guess I'm not supposed to read it on stream, but everybody can see it if you want. But I do see it ends with bring back the beard. The beard might be a thing for 2025. We'll see. The Brazilian Hope says you play with the fingers of angels, Henry. Thank you very much. That's a wonderful visual. I cut off the fingers off of angels' hands and I sew them onto my own and make my own sort of angel skin suit out of them. It sounds like the premise for one of those really graphic horror movies. Let's do this. Trying to think. Oh, Anonymous. As we all know, the group Anonymous that wears the Guy Fawkes masks or whatever, every now and then we will see a contribution from them, either gifting subs or maybe they're donating money. But Anonymous is an organization that's been around for a long time. And a lot of people don't know that they wrote a lot of songs during the Renaissance. One of them, yeah, M. Cariotti is right, the author of Greensleeves. So, I thought, but then eventually Christmas stole that song from Anonymous and made it their song called What Child Is This? It's not uncommon for Christmas to steal songs from unknown sources, and that's probably why Anonymous is so mad and they eventually turn to hacking and stuff. But we do appreciate every time they give us one of those donations. ML18 has subscribed. Thank you very much, ML18. But I think maybe what we'll do, Fondue Yourself says they wrote a lot of poems too. Yes, they were very active during that Renaissance era. So let's, as a matter of fact, I think Anonymous wrote that that famous lyric, he is not drunk who on the floor has power to rise and ask for more. No, drunk is he who prostrate lies and lacks the power to drink or rise. That was written by the group Anonymous that also does the hacking and whatnot. Here we go. Computer, what does prostrate mean?
The word prostrate is a verb which describes the act of lying face down on the ground, typically as a gesture of humility, submission, or adoration. It can also be an adjective, in which case it means lying flat or at full length.
Yeah, or it could be that you've had too much eggnog. All right, let's go ahead and do this song to the tune of Anonymous's great song Greensleeves, which is Christmassy because it was stolen by Christmas. Here we go. This is a thank you to all of the users out there who contribute. Not all of them. There's some that I'm not mentioning, and that's an error on my part, but I just want to thank you. Can Dingo Bob, Dumb Beef, Hot Bear 1110, Do Dingle Dog, Ogle, Dr. Flanges, and Bacchus, Shane Yes, Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, It's Kate, Kairosa, Bumble Vision, and the LGX. Chef Reactions, Husky Boy, Oh Bill Harkin, Music, Nim, Moon, Emaru, Orca Mind, S-Fan, and Bonnie, The Dazzle Cat, Blurry Little Quest, and Boris and Ven, and don't forget Quanto. Yarchasm, Nico Tazo, Michael Bublé, 4422, Passion Error, Minho Shin 64, Midnight Faded, JSBX Fan, Hesiditis, Poolboy 789, Zod Bane, Toke My Nuts, Saguaro Burrito 555555, Dinosaur JV's Text, Sickly Boy, Beelzebub, and Henlips 1. Purple Donut filling his fruit, Tankard in, Boris and Ven, Zodiac Tone, Gary Busey, ASMR, Shandis, Nova Galarian, Mr. Gooseberry VT, Game Master Flash, That Cat Tooth, Food Tasted, The Chironex, Mochi's Nirvana, Red Hot Hibachi, Ransom GR, Acid Test, and don't forget Quanto. There you have it. That's the thank you song. Nim is one of the users that I thank because Nim was the first big streamer that I was able to reach out to and say, hey, what's this Twitch thing all about? And he said, you got to get on it. So we did a cooking lesson on his stream about 3 years ago. And then I started my own channel shortly after that. And Nim got us started with an audience. And now for the New Year's Awards, the NIMS New Year's Awards, which if you don't watch it, you got to start watching it because it's really fun. We actually have a clip that is nominated for scariest, the scariest clip from 2024, and it happened during Halloween. Okay, maybe a little bit more Christmas stuff. What else do we got? How about see a little sliver of roast beef. Oh boy. is delicious. Well, okay, thanks for joining us here at Henry's Kitchen, everybody. I know that one day I'm going to be on the other side of this cockroach infestation, and it's going to be a happy day. Am I going to call myself some kind of hero for defeating cockroaches the same way that I defeated the fruit flies over the summer? Yeah, there will be some self-congratulations happening, but not undeservedly so. Thanks, Stephen Cat. Thanks, Zero Tolerance. JSBX fan, time flies when Henry's cooking explaining. Yeah, and that's why time hasn't been flying a lot. Because there hasn't been a lot of cooking. So I will say there's 6 Henry's Kitchen towels left. If you do order one in the next hour, I promise that I will send them in by the end of the day to the post office, but I can't guarantee that they're going to get there by Christmas. But I will send them today. I'll have them in the mail, and I'll make sure that they scan it. And it might if you don't live too far away, but it's hard to say because they're getting slammed over there at the post office. Caffeinated Kath says, Henry, someone gifted the office a Tom Cruise cake. We want to know if you'll be able to make it in the future. Yeah, sure. Put it on the Discord. And by the way, speaking of the Discord, I want to announce that if you go to the announcements section on the Henry's Kitchen Discord, you'll see how you can win. Let me see if I can find it. Not that. You can win one of these mini gifts. Here we go. Hold on a second. Mochi's Nirvana is in charge of the amazing gifts that you can win. But all you have to do is sign up and you might win a gift. So there's really no reason not to. Thanks, Mochi, for putting that contest raffle together. And lastly, I want to let everybody know that we're going to do a huge blowout Christmas/holiday extravaganza on Sunday at noon Pacific time. We're going to play games. We're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and end with a raid. We did a raid on some guys in a band last time, and they happened to be over in Santa Monica, and they were doing some really cool... Oh, okay. Regular Size Joe wants to hear one more song. Let's go ahead and do one more song. I only get a chance once a year to do this song, so I'm just going to beat it to death and do it every year a lot of times. So let's go ahead and do this song, which is by the great Nat King Cole and Mel Torme. It's called The Christmas Song. And I'm going to try to remember the lyrics the best that I can. Chestnuts toasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping on your nose, tiny tots being hung by the fire, and folks dressed up like dominoes. Everybody knows that Christmas is that special time. Kids from 1 to 92, tiny tots with their eyes all aflame can make it hard to sleep at night. They know that Santa's on his sleigh, and he's got all the little boys and girls at bay, and every mother's child and sister too. We'll see if reindeers really know to do. And so I'm offering a special prize. Kids from 1 to 93. Tiny tots with the fire in their eyes. Merry Christmas to me. Okay, everybody. M. Cariotti says the tiny tots are busy. You're right. Regular sized Joe, Merry Christmas, Henry. Right back to you, Joe. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, beautiful as always, Henry. Thank you so much, everybody, for enjoying sort of a loose kind of a Christmas that we're having here. Ligos96 has resubscribed for 31 months. Thanks. And BJ Carlson, thanks for subscribing as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a raid, shall we? I'm going to raid just some rando. We've been doing that a lot lately, and I think it's been a lot of fun just to see what kind of randos are out there. I'm going to do it from the cooking the food and drink category. How do I do it? Oh, I see. Filter by category. Food and drink. All right. Put the guitar away. I also want to thank users Nella and Piss Baby for this awesome apron. My apron is filthy, so I haven't been able to use it. So, but I don't want to wash it because I don't want to take off all of the history of all of Henry's Kitchen for the last 13 years. Oh, It's Kate X says, check the P.O. box. Okay, I will do. I will do that for sure. JSBX fan, the parlor guitar is fantastic. Ultra Trend 122, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Henry and everyone. And if I don't see you, good morning, good evening, and good night. Thank you very much, Ultram 122. Okay. Food and drink. I want to make sure we jump in on somebody live. We have a German person. I don't know if that's problematic or not, seeing as how I have German cockroaches, but no, it's more about the language. I want to make sure. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Okay, here's somebody, TV Sindre. No, that's a different language as well, but they're making quesadillas. I wonder if there's a way I can filter by language. How do I do this? And check in on the chat here. Oh, okay. It's Kate X has a lead. Let's go ahead and do it. It's called A Recipe Reborn. A-R-E-C-I-P-E Reborn. Is making orzo pesto salad. Wow, that sounds delicious. I think we did something similar to that one time. Let's go ahead and check in on A Recipe is Reborn. Start raid in 10 seconds. And again, a very sincere thank you to everybody for this holiday time. It's been legit challenging, but we're gonna get through it. And I have a feeling on Sunday at noon we're gonna have an amazing holiday extravaganza. So Thanks, everybody. And here we go.
I don't know what the reason is why it's specifically rice that people are afraid of, but the thing that could happen in the like rice leftover problem could happen to any food. Wow, what a big rate! Thank you.